Hello, and welcome to or back to One Inspiring Word. I'm your host, and fun fact about me, I go to an all-girls private school. And I was actually new last year, and it's been hard. And once in your life, you're probably gonna end up trying something new. So today, I'd like to give you some little tips and tricks to surviving newness, specifically directed at people that are going to a new school. But to lighten up the mood a little bit, because being new is so scary. I'm in my PJ and my birthday party's later today. I'm not really big on birthdays. It just stresses me out, like making everyone happy. And I've been sticking small for the past few years, but I'm turning 14 and I feel like every other normal teenage girl would have everything together, but I don't. And I'm probably gonna be in my PJs until like noon. I look like I just rolled out of bed, but I mean, that's not wrong. Anyway, a few years ago, for my birthday, my best friend brought me to a golf center. Anyway, a place where you can play golf. And it was really pretty. Like, the grass is really green, which you don't really find a lot of in Texas. But she goes there, not because I like golf, not because I like grass, not to watch golf, not anything to do with golf. But basically, we're there to drive golf carts. And her mom is one of those people, really nice, wisest person I've ever met. But this one day, she rented out a golf cart, and we were like 12. And 2 rules about this park. Number 1, you can only have 2 people in the golf cart. So she had my friend walk out, and then we picked her up, like, in the middle of the golf course. And rule number 2, you can't drive unless you have a license, which is, a good rule, obviously. And so, please don't do this. But we broke the rules, and we were driving, and I was, like, admiring the scenery, in the car, and we were following the people in front of us, and they were driving pretty fast. And so the thing about driving is that when the person in front of you brakes, you're supposed to brake. But I was admiring the scenery, because we were driving, like, around this big lake, and so I didn't realize the golf cart in front of us had stopped until we were right behind it. And so we're going pretty fast, so I'm not going to be able to hit the brakes in time. So I swerved to the right. And the lane to the right happens to be like a small little hill, like it slowly steeps upward and it has a bunch of trees. So I barely miss the tree, but we do end up slowing down. And I also swerve right as the dude in the passenger side gets out, and he's like 60, and I never look back. Yeah, we have not spoken of that incident ever since. But we're not here for golf today. We're here for tips. So it's time to dive in. To give you some background, I'm in 8th grade right now, and I was new my 7th grade year. I cannot believe how fast time goes by. 6th grade goes kind of fast, and then 7th grade goes really fast, and 8th grade, so fast. But I genuinely don't think I have a single friend. And it's not like I haven't tried. I feel like I've put in so much effort, and I think I'm relatively, good friends with everyone. I'm just not, deep, friends. Thankfully, I still have my bestie from the golf cart story, or it'd be awful. I do not do well with no people. But I think that kind of applies to everyone. Okay, tip number 1, know who you are. I think this is one of the hardest ones I'm gonna say today, but it's really important. Because in school, everyone's trying to figure out who they are. Every single person. Who they are, what they believe in, who they want to be friends with. This is going to change the decisions everyone makes. And because in private school, most of the friend groups are really established, you're going to have to know who you are and what you believe in, what you think is right if you want to make friends with the right people and have quality friendships. Also, in middle school, people are unhinged. But also, knowing who you are means that someone out there is going to like who you are and you're going to have a spark with them. You just have to wait. Also, this leads me to my next tip. Tip number 2, have hope. There have been so many times I've found myself walking through the hallways alone, wishing to have a friend. So many times that I wish that I was funnier, I was smarter, I was more social, I was so many things. And when you're in a desperate mood like that, I feel like the one thing sometimes that's going to carry you, that's going to protect you, is hope. Because there is hope. Your life is not defined or over by how people treat you or what they think of you. You have control, and you have the ability to be hopeful. There's so many things to be happy about, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even if the best part of your day is going home. This leads me to tip number 3, finding ways to be happy. Okay, so when it feels like you have sunk officially to a new low, but you haven't given up hope, this means that you can find joy in your teachers, appreciating them, because school is such a privilege and so many things that we have are not guaranteed. Check out your library. You can find joy in that. Your work, your grades, extracurriculars. Take something from how you're being treated in school, private or public. Take something from that. What is life trying to tell you? Because that will make you stronger and smarter and more resourceful, and you gain like a new sense of empathy. That empathy is so special because you have an experience unlike any other, and you can use that. Tip number 4, don't take it for granted. Like I said, education is a privilege. Food is a privilege. Shelter is a privilege. Books are a privilege. Teachers are a privilege. Friends are a privilege. Nice people are a privilege. If you find joy in the small things, you will always be joyful. This means that if someone is bullying you, if you are failing all your classes, if you have no friends, if everything is going wrong, but you think the sky's pretty, no one can change that. No one can take that away from you. It means that you have things to be fighting for. And it means that you are special and you are different. Because guys, if you find joy in the little things, you're going to be set apart. People are going to admire that. It may not be now, but that's something to think about. Because everything we do is going to contribute to our future. And the final tip is to work hard. Work hard to rise above the struggle, because then you will rise out stronger and smarter and more confident. Work hard in your classes. Work hard on yourself, because you are worth it and you are capable of so many things. We are not defined by how many friends we have, or how many bullies we have, or how many struggles we have. We are defined by who we are and how we react to it. And if life is throwing a big, fat, burdening struggle at you, that just makes opportunity to be something better, to rise above it all. And a lot of people never see the worth in that. And one of the things about school is that it is preparation for college. And colleges are looking for your story and how you stand out. I know that was kind of repetitive and it was kind of surface level, but those are some of the broad things you gotta keep in mind when you're new. Guys, if you work hard for anything, you will get it. And at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all make mistakes. But one thing about humanity is that we have been given the ability to have hope and to make the most of it. Keep on fighting for yourself, for your grades, for your dreams and your desires and your hope. Learn from the struggles. The point is, guys, after you're new and you do something for a long enough amount of time, you're not going to be new anymore. And if you stick to that, you'll get your own happy ending. And I'd like to end off today with a quote from Miss Taylor Swift herself. Guys, can you believe there's going to be another album? I'm so excited. I've said this, but I'm not I feel like I don't deserve to be a Swiftie. I'm not invested enough, but I'm still really excited. Anyway, she said that this is a new year, a new beginning, and things will change. I see this message everywhere. In volleyball, anything can happen. In volleyball, one day you can get destroyed by a really easy team, and the next day you can be winning against a really hard team. If you look at yourself from 1 year ago, you will wonder at how much you've changed. And if not, that doesn't mean you can't. Thank you so much, and don't forget to follow for more. Also, my birthday's on the 14th, so that follow button is looking extra pretty. But what's more important to me is remembering that you matter. What you say matters, and others matter. Guys, let's spread some love this year, because our world needs it. Happy early Valentine's Day!